leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to get you to think. Turn your brains on and think. And use logic and use reason and realize that religion is fake. What's up, people? I'm doing this video because I have not shot a video this year. And I have people hit me up in my inboxes, DMs, whatever, and asking, are you okay? Everything alright? You haven't seen anything from you, whatever. And I just kind of did like a fallback from social media. I hadn't really been on Facebook. I haven't really been anywhere where I'm seen. Just didn't feel like doing it. Just took a time off for myself and living life. I've been watching basketball playoffs. I got put on to Madden 23. I normally will play like Call of Duty, all kind of shooting games. Football season was going on. I bought a PlayStation and started playing Madden and was just enjoying myself, you know, just living life. My job situation had changed. Life situations had changed. A lot of stuff had changed. I was going with the flow and really just didn't have the time nor the energy to shoot a video. And at the same time, I know I got about 170 videos on my page covering a lot of stuff, so most of the things should have been covered. There's a lot of stuff, I mean, there's a lot of things to cover, but a lot of things I have actually covered. So I was just letting it ride out and just didn't have the energy to do a video. So I'm doing this one right now for that purpose, you know. Yes, I'm okay. I'm not dead. You know, just been living life. That's basically it. You know, I've gotten to the point where I'm not shocked about religion anymore. Dealing with the what they call the apologists, and seeing how, you know, how they operate and how they will lie and make up all kind of narratives to fit what they believe, despite it being a lie. You know, it's like, okay, they want to believe the lie, so let them believe the lie. And for those of you that don't, I'm not the only one at this point who's dropping videos about leaving religion or, you know, the knowledge of the certain things. You know, it's like when I started in 2017, I started because I didn't have anybody there for me, hardly. And I found a couple of videos. I listened to the rapper named Graydon Square. And it's Gray, like Greydon, Square, like square. And I heard this song called, oh, I can't remember the name of the song. I am so upset I can't remember the name of the song. Dang, because Graydon Square got some good songs. I can't remember the name of the song right now, but he helped me out. And, you know, Dark Matter 2525, Non-Coin Collector, I think that's his name. And even my boy Mike, his name, he did a couple of videos, but it changed up, whatever. You know, just, we were all coming out. But I'm not shocked at this point anymore. There is no shock value for me at this point about people believing religion or leaving religion. And I'm like, if you want to stay, stay. If you have left and you have questions, come to my page. You want me to lead you out? I can, but I'd rather you do it on your own than somebody feeling like I'm leading you out of it and I'm the devil, as they might think, whatever. Learn for yourself. The knowledge is out there. The knowledge is out there. So it's just, at this point, not a big deal for me. I hold hands to pray at family dinners and whatever function I'm at. I just hold hands. I'm not bowing my head, not close my eyes, but I will, go along with it because the majority of people do believe this stuff. So, and people will say to me, I know you don't believe this, but God, with God, and they go. I said, you don't have to explain that to me anymore. How I am and how you are two different things. If that's what you believe, lead with that. You don't have to say, I know you don't believe in God, but no, just say what it is you believe, and I'm cool with that. I understand it is what it is. That's what it is. You still believe, and I'm not going to mess with you until you come to me about something. If you don't come to me about leaving, stay in it. I have no problem with that. I'm at peace with it now. Okay? And the crazy part is I got a friend, and we got real close. And the friend, is on the job too. The friend was like, yo, one day asked me, so you don't believe in God? Because some other friends on the job ended up saying, yo, he don't believe in God. But at the point, I said, I didn't want to mention that because when you lead with, I don't believe in God, people just cut you off. Okay, I can't talk to you. Same way I did Tim on my job in 2015-16 when he was a Buddhist and his bumper sticker on his car said, my religion is love. And he was a Buddhist and I didn't want to mess with him because I thought he was worshiping the devil because I was a Christian. And until he had to help me on a printing press, which in that field is mostly older white men and that's training you, and they don't want to train you because they don't get extra money for training you, and they don't have the time to try to train you, so they don't like it. And I get that, but Tim took the time out to train me properly on that machine. It was like I couldn't run a machine, but every machine is different. Like every car is different. Your car works a certain way than that car, even though you get the same car. So, and I was like, well, he's a Buddhist, and I couldn't understand that. He don't have the Holy Spirit, and you know what I'm saying? He worshiped the devil. That's what I'm thinking, but Tim was the coolest dude as a person, despite what I believed. So now here I am with somebody else, and we was cool, and we was talking. I said, ooh, I hope they don't say anything, because I'm going to get prejudged based on the fact that they're going to say, you don't believe in God. So, cut you off. That didn't happen. We got cool. Talking about life issues, buying houses, job issues, life issues, relationship issues, just got cool. And it came out later and said, if I would have found that at the beginning, that you didn't believe in God, I wouldn't have dealt with you. But then you come to find out, we're just people. And what I do or don't believe versus what you believe and believe doesn't matter on the spectrum of just being humans, people, co-workers, becoming friends based on a religious type thing. It doesn't matter because I've been on a job and people, oh, you don't believe in God. Hey, I need a ride home. Can't give me a ride home. You go, where all the folks that told you that they were Christian, where they at? Hey, look, I'm hungry, you know what I'm saying? Can you give me some at the snack machine? So you come to me who don't believe in God and dog me, I don't believe in God. Where are your believing in God people at when you need something out the snack machine or want to drink out the drink machine? Or if I got something extra I can give to, I got a couple noodles in my bag or something. You know what I'm saying? You can have that. I don't care. So they don't get it. It's the humanity, not based on what you believe, and religion shouldn't teach you humanity. If you see someone needs something and you have it, especially if it's extra, you can give it to them. And I know I've taken the L plenty of time, even taking a loss. Brought a Powerade to work or a Gatorade to work, brand new, ain't even open, and somebody got a hangover, ain't feeling good, something like that, and I'm like, yo, go ahead and here you go, this will help you. You need some electrolytes in your body. Go ahead and take this, you know, do whatever, orange juice, whatever it is. You know, you're not feeling good, I get it. So here you go ahead. I'll take the L because I'm not feeling as bad as you are. And I know how it feels in those days when you're feeling really bad and you need something to supplement or get something in your body, especially besides water. I understand, I get it. I'm humane. So those issues I'm learning about, I look at past situations with ex-pastors trying to hold me back because they were more intimidated at the fact that I was learning things and didn't want to fall under what they were talking about, because if we're supposed to be believing the word, then that's what we go by, and not based on opinions where they remain in charge. You in charge, I get it, cool. But I don't agree with her. I have to agree with everything because I'm under you? I don't. Like, for instance, I had a pastor who, in my situation, you know, I was 25 years old, was married with 5 kids. 25 years old, married with 5 kids. And my wife and I, we got a set of twins in there. We had our oldest, he was 2. Then we had a set of twins, twin girls, right? 11 months after that, we had a son. So the twins and my son are not even a year apart. There's a 3-week gap before his birthday and their birthday, and then about a year and 6-7 months after that, we had a baby girl. So, and y'all see her dancing in the video. If you go to earlier videos, she's dancing in that. So from my oldest to my youngest, 5 kids is 4 years and 8 months. That's the gap between them. It's not even 5 years with 5 kids. So raising 5 kids that close, you got to be tight with it, okay? Man, it was a lot dealing with all of that stuff. So, hold on a second. Man. So, in the church thing, we go to church. The pastor's talking about starting your own businesses, being self-sufficient, etc., etc., because on the tail end, he gonna get the tithe. And I started a carpet business. Jones & Jones Floor Care. And I had minimal equipment. I just was trying to start. I was just trying to do something. You got to start somewhere. I had Electrolux floor cleaner. I started with that and got a commercial cleaner. Went on, whatever. So we had church one day, right? And I'm there with my family. They come get me a pipe burst in the foyer area, and they need the water to be extracted. They come and get me. I'm there with my family. Okay, so now I got to leave from being in church watching the service to business. So I leave. I tell my wife, hey, I gotta go home. You know, this happened, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to get this stuff and get his water. So the pastor don't even know what's going on. He might know what's going on, but service has not been interrupted. So I go and get all my equipment, extract all the water. You know, they cut off the water, the water that, you know, cut the water off. I get the water has leaked, cleaned everything up, and after it was all finished and done, I wrote them out a bill. Oh, we had a problem because I wrote them out a bill. It's a business, and he was the one who told me to start a business. Now, you don't hit me up on a Sunday while I'm chilling at church with my family, and y'all got an emergency. Well, I got to leave and go get my equipment because I still got to take my equipment back to come back and get my family from church. You have inconvenienced me greatly on a Sunday, and I wrote them up a bill, and I didn't even charge them like a full price. It was still cheap. And then I'm going to tithe off of that anyway, right? How about the following Sunday, I was the topic of the sermon about people charging the church for services. And I didn't even know it because I had kids, and I had walked out because one of my kids was crying or whatever, and I had walked out with carrying a child, and it was like, yo, they talking about you. And I was like, really? Yeah, he talking about you charging for your services to the church. Like, so I was supposed to do all this for free? After you the one that told us to start a business? Really? So, that pastor was a manipulator. It was full of crap. I want to mention his name, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. What's going on my phone here? So, more church stuff, manipulation. So you tell me to start a business, I start a business, but then when the church to me when I do something, now I'm wrong for charging you. If you would have called somebody else, they would have charged you triple what I actually charged you, and not pay you tithes on any of that. Those are some of the memories I have, you know. So it's a whole thing with the church now. I couldn't get in the inner circle for nothing. They would never let me in the inner circle for nothing. And I had one of my best friends. He had came out of federal prison. And he had got saved in prison, and I brought him in. He was in the inner circle of my own church that I brought him to. Y'all got me rapping. Y'all got me rapping opening for other acts, and y'all paying everybody else but not paying me. When y'all need the rapper to come out, y'all calling B-Love the Prophet. I'm out there. Y'all calling me with not even paying me, and I wasn't upset about it. And you're paying the people who I'm opening for. I'm not even in the circle. They wouldn't let me in for nothing. But let my homeboy in. We had a fight party. He invited me to the fight party. Yo, you'll come to the fight party. I go to the fight party. It's the church brothers there. I knew all y'all. I ain't even heard of like the fight party. I thought the fight party was some people we ain't even known. I see y'all every Sunday. I wasn't even invited to the fight party, really? So I was the blackballed one. But then, I mean, come later times, it's like, whatever, because the same friend, you know, one of my best friend who was there, ended up totally disliking that pastor himself. Because all that pastor did was manipulate and hold people back and use them for himself. He always talked about training you to release you, to do your own anointing in your own church, but never released anybody. Everybody that started their own thing just left and did it. He never gave you a blessing to do something. He just held you there to use you. He was a weak person who used the religion to manipulate people who were physically stronger than him and actually mentally stronger than him, but he used the religion to keep them, and he would use you until he used you up as long as you stayed. But what I know is that those who have wives, the wives do pillow talk or regular talk, and the wife is going to be like, why are you still there? It's time for you to branch out and do your own thing. And that's how everybody that left. Now he on his fifth wife now, what, fourth, fifth wife? He a bishop now, not a pastor, he a bishop. I ain't telling no names here in Newport News, downtown Newport News. You a bishop now. Bishop now down there. Whoa. Not in Denby. Overtown. So, I ain't even gonna tell the whole thing. You know what? I don't wanna be petty. All I'm gonna say is this, right? Hold on. Don't know nothing, man. Here we go. So I'm just saying, I ain't not telling no names about the church on 32nd Street, Newport News, Virginia, 23607. I ain't telling nothing about that. I ain't mentioning no names. You know, 215, 32nd Street, Newport News. I'm not mentioning none of that. I'm not mentioning no names. I'm not gonna bring all that in there. And I didn't mention nobody's name at 215, 32nd Street, Newport News, Virginia, 23607. But, you know, you did some foul stuff. You did. But I ain't trying to be petty. I don't want to bring nobody's name into this, okay? Then the last wife left and took some of the church with her. So these folks will sit here and use you and manipulate you because they know physically they ain't stronger than you, mentally they're not, but because of the religion, they can use you. That's what these pastors, bishops, apostles, whatever you call it, that's what they do. That's what they do. I thought about that, you know what I'm saying? So I have like an issue with that. I think when I think about that, like when I did my CD, I was like, I want to do a CD like, yo, you can fund the CD, and you can have all the money from the CD. I don't care. I just want people to know the word. I want them to know the word of God and to change their life and go to heaven. I don't care. It didn't happen. The person I was supposed to work with him never worked with me. So when I went underground and did my own CD, I just disappeared, made my own CD. My life, My life, my walk, my God. And I just did it out of the blue. I disappeared, did it. And I was like, yo, let me perform it at the church so I can sell these CDs. And I said, let me do 2 songs, second service. And he was like, 1 song, first service. But I'm like, all the old people at the first service. Let me get 1 song, second service. Because you know all the young people are not waking up early coming to the first service. He refused. You can get 1 song, second service. No, 1 song, first service. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then at another function, released me to go out and speak to the world, lay hands on me, all that nonsense they do. And then when I was gone, talk bad about me in another sermon. Oh, the people not here, they not showing up to church. You told me to go out. If people invited me to come speak, I would go to other churches. They would let me do the morning message. They would let me just rap and do the morning message. All of that. At my own church, I never got paid. I was just used. Y'all did the sound check on me to get ready for everybody else. Intimidated, man. You know what I'm saying? So, screw 'em. Whatever. So I'm just doing this video. I'm just talking. I done had all kind of pastors shut me down. I had another pastor at another church. I wanted to get ordained as a pastor. And his whole thing was because it took him 5 years to get ordained, he wanted to hold me under him 5 years. But the thing was, he didn't know anything about the Bible. He did not know anything about, when I heard him say, Nicodemus, Jesus said, Nicodemus, come down out that tree so I can preach the gospel to you. And I said, that was Zacchaeus. What are you talking about? Nicodemus did not climb no tree to hear Jesus. What are you talking about? He would just say anything, but nobody there actually read the Bible, so if he was wrong, nobody knew. But I knew, but he wanted to hold me under him for 5 years to get me ordained as a pastor. And I was deeply into the Bible, so I was going by the Bible, and he just had a whole sermon one time just because I came from Creflo's church. And at that point, Creflo had taught me how to bounce around the Bible to see what was what. You know, even though it's chopped up and you Frankenstein in it, I still knew what was what. And he had I had some questions. Matter of fact, somebody was like, well, go to the pastor. And, you know, I printed up everything I wanted to discuss. I gave it to the pastor, the co-pastor, the main deacon, the prophetess at the church. Everybody had the same thing. I gave it out, things we could discuss in private. What do you do? Bible study, he gonna throw that joint out there. Throw the whole thing out there and then say, if anybody, we do it our way. We don't know where you come from, whatever, but we do it our way. If you don't want to do it our way, you welcome to leave. And I know you talking to me. I just gave y'all the packet and we haven't even discussed it. Can we discuss it? No. Your whole thing is, this is how we do it. You don't want to do it this way? Then you welcome to leave. And when I left, then he begged me, oh, can you come back? Can you come back? Why? You just told me to leave. I know you was talking to me. Let's leave. I'm gone. Bye. Go to another pastor. Begging him to get me ordained to be a pastor. He dragging his feet too. And we cool, went to high school together, everything. Dragging his feet, ain't gonna do it, whatever. So I went to a speaking engagement in North Carolina. An apostle there, where I met on Facebook, he wanted me to come speak at his church. And I came and spoke at his church, and at his church, he ordained me. He ordained me in front of the whole church. It was a couple days. I was like, hold on. I had a friend. I said, what happened? When he laid hands on me and everybody stretched their hands out and he said what he said, I was like, what happened? And I hit him up like, yo, what just happened? And he was like, I ordained you as an apostle. And I'm like, what the crap? So he ordained me as an apostle in front of the whole congregation. And I was tripping off of it, and I told the pastor I was under what happened. Yeah, he cut me off the next Sunday. It was like, yo, you need to go and do your thing. You can't, because you know how the pastor's over apostles, so and his people didn't do it. So he was like, well, he ordained you, so you need to go and do your own ministry. And he cut me off. He cut me off and just threw me out there on my own. So I started my own thing. I was working on my own thing. And this is when I was like, if I'm starting my own thing, I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be right. I want to teach history. I want to teach everything that is, lines up and that's right. And as I began to start searching history, it was at that point when I realized that a lot of the stuff we believed in the Bible wasn't found in history because it never happened. And I ended up finding it was all mythology. It was just bull crap. And people didn't respect my apostleship if they weren't in my circle. They were like, you put your pants on like I put my pants on. It wasn't like you was Apostle Paul and you could just come and say something, they respected it. No. You got to be in their circle for them to respect you. So I'm like, so you disrespect me right now on Facebook or in person, but if your pastor or a prophet or whoever called me to come in and speak, you'll respect me then because they called me in. But right here, you won't respect me unless somebody you respects calls me in. That's the way it works. That's how you can see other pastors on TV. Like, forget TDJ, forget Benny Hinn. Forget this person, forget that person. You don't care because they not under your pastor's leadership. And that's how that went. So I just kept studying, and eventually it came out to what it was. It's tribal. And it's just not real. Nobody has any power to do anything. Because how we got all these churches on the same block that don't even talk to each other? I can't even come speak to the church halfway across the block. Because why? Because we apostolic and they Baptist. They holiness and they AME. It's so much division there. You got to be in the same clique under the same people. It's politicking to do something. It ain't like we got the same God, the same Holy Spirit. No, y'all all divided. And I learned and I watched it and saw, wow, we not even together in this whole thing. I thought becoming an apostle meant you could say something and the Holy Spirit power come over somebody and they understand what you were saying. No, it does not work that way. If you ain't in their clique, it ain't happening. You ain't coming to speak at their church the door. You come and, hey, the Lord told me to give a word here. They ain't got to do with the Lord because are you gonna get that collection? After you do the speaking, is that collection gonna come and we're gonna cut up? We bringing that money in? If not, no, we ain't doing that. So that's what it is. What it is. So anyway, I know I'm just dropping this video out of the blue, just saying whatever, and I'm going to end this video so I can go and get ready for my day tomorrow. And currently where we at? It is May 31st, and the NBA Finals about to start soon. I've been watching the playoffs and all of that stuff. Half watching them because they come on so late. Can't even finish. You got to find out who won in the morning. But we about to have the playoffs, the finals start. This is where we are today. And just letting y'all know, I'm alive and well. And I can't promise anybody another video at any time. I'm dropping this one now. And I still got to edit it. So I'm going to try to get it up ASAP. And I hope the other videos, the older videos, still help people out. So I will see y'all when I see you, when or if I do another video. And y'all watch the older videos. They're out there. Y'all take care out there. Peace.